If you like our video, click the button to subscribe to our channel and get easy access to new content. To see our full suite of ad-free video courses, instruction manuals, and quick reference guides, visit us at www.teachucomp.com. The Color Range command in Photoshop lets you select a color range in your photo. Unlike other selection techniques that fully select pixels, selecting a color range often results in partially selected pixels within an image. Therefore, the default marching ants display of the selection in the image may not fully show all the partial pixels selected in the photo layer. Often, the black and white view of the selection most accurately shows the pixels selected by the color range command if you view the selection using the Select and Mask workspace instead. To select a color range in Photoshop, click to select the layer in the Layers panel within which to select the color range. Then choose Select Color Range from the menu bar to open the Color Range dialog box. To choose which colors in the image layer to select a color choice from the Select drop-down at the top of the Color Range dialog box. Your choices include manually sampled colors, a range of colors, a range of tones, skin tones, and out-of-gamut colors. To manually select the colors, choose the Sampled Colors choice from the Select drop-down. To create a selection by sampling a color in the image, click the eyedropper tool button at the right side of the Color Range dialog box if needed. Then hold the mouse pointer over the color to sample in the image and click it with the eyedropper tool icon that appears to select it. To add colors to the selection, click the Add to Sample button at the right side of the dialog box, and then click the additional colors to add to the selection. To remove colors from the selection, click the Subtract from Sample button at the right side of the dialog box, and then click the color to remove from the selection. To select the same pixel color in a radial range, starting from the sampled color point and slowly fading as it radiates outward in the image, if you select the Sampled Colors choice from the Select dropdown, check the Localized Color Clusters checkbox. If checked, the sampled color is selected in a range of the photo from the sampled point, reducing the amount of same colored pixel selection as the range extends. To change the size of the radial range of the localized color selection, use the Range slider to set the size of the radial range within which to select color from the sampled point. If the Localized Color Clusters checkbox is unchecked, Photoshop selects the sampled color anywhere it appears in the entire image instead. To improve skin tone detection, if you select either the Sampled Colors or Skin Tones choice from the Select dropdown, check the Detect Faces checkbox. To adjust the similarity of selected colors to the colors you choose from the Select dropdown, if you select any choice from the Select dropdown, except one of the color choices or the Out of Gamut choice, use the Fuzziness slider. A low value selects only colors or tones very similar to the ones you chose, and a high value selects a broader range of similar colors or tones. If you select one of the tone choices from the Select dropdown, then use the Range slider to set the range of tones within the sampled range to select. For the Midtones choice, use both arrows in the slider to select the lower and upper range of midtones to select. If you select one of the color choices, or the out of gamut choice from the Select dropdown, then there are no additional options to select for the color. To invert any selection you make within the Color Range dialog box in Photoshop, Check the invert checkbox at its right side. To choose what to show in the preview image at the bottom of the color range dialog box, select either the selection or image option button below the preview. To choose how to show the color range selection within the image in Photoshop, select a choice from the Selection Preview dropdown. The default display is none. To load or save a selection from the Color Range dialog box, click the Load or Save button, respectively, at the right side of the dialog box, and then follow the steps to load a selection or save the current selection. You will learn how to save and load selections in a later lesson in this chapter, but note those options appear here if needed too. To reset your color range selection changes if needed, hold down the Alt key on your keyboard or Option for Macs, and then click the Reset button that appears in place of the Cancel button at the right side of the color range dialog box. To finish your color range selection, click the OK button at the right side of the color range dialog box. Alternatively, to cancel the color range selection, click the Cancel button at the right side of the dialog box. Remember to click the subscribe button to see more of our videos. See our full suite of courses, instruction manuals, and quick reference guides at www.teachucomp.com.